The fourth, characteristics of each classification. Moral ethics of restraints, what that means, two topics describe the morality of restraint. Means reverse from the non-virtuous deeds. Restraint means here reverse from the non-virtuous deeds, actions. Common and uncommon. First, common moral ethics. First, the common one refers to the 7 types of Patimokya vows that we went at the section of the refuge as for the foundation of bodhicitta. See, the Bodhisattva Bhumi, he repeats here, Gampopa, yes, within the Patimokya, means in the Vinaya system, precepts, there are 7 ways to take the precepts perfectly. Those are the Vikyu, Vikyuni, Shiksha Mana, special for nun, and Sharamanira, and Sharamanirika, Upasaka, and Upasaka and Upasika. These are divided into lay person and renounce, or lay people, or householder, and renounce. So these are Upasaka and Upasika belong to lay person, or lay practitioner, or householder practitioner. The rest all belong to the called renounce, or the monks and nuns. They all restrain one from harming others, you see. What you reverse, restrain, harming others. The Buddha said, don't harm to others. So all you see, don't take life, as yesterday mentioned, don't take life, don't steal, don't engage in sexual misconduct, don't tell lie, see, and don't divide, see, don't use harsh words, don't have idle talk, so forth, so don't do this, you see. Means restrain from the harming others, which is based on non-violence, which is based on compassion. First we practice this. Look at the mind, how much you're harming others or not. So to restrain from that, reverse from that non-virtuous action. See, the Patimokya vows provide restraint from only for one's own benefits. So Buddha said, don't do this means you are not creating cause suffering for yourself. So that's what I mean. For my own interest, we don't harm others. Doesn't matter as mentioned, doesn't matter religious or not religious. So for our own interest, don't harm others. That's all the vows are designed for that. You see, like 5 precepts. Look at the 5 precepts carefully. It's just to protect. That's the best protection we can have. The security, So this, but Bodhisattva restrain themselves for others' benefit. Now, Bodhisattva, not just only yourself. You look at to all the sentient beings. You reverse harming others from the harm. So you extend your mind to all. How beautifully this is designed. So that's how Buddha taught first. Step by step we develop. The Narayana requested sutra says, see, one should not keep moral ethics to attain a kingdom. So may I become a king next life. So I keep this precept. So that's wrong motivation. Not for higher realms, no. Not for Indra or Brahma states, not for wealth, not for the Ishwara state, not for the body. May I have a beautiful body. Likewise, one should not protect moral ethics by fearing rebirth in the hell realms, because this is Bodhisattva now it is talking about, Bodhisattvas should not have those kind of fear, because it has such a brave mind, a courageous mind based on wisdom and compassion. Likewise, the rebirth of animals, nor should one protect moral ethics by fearing rebirth in the world of yamas. Means like hungry ghost. Yama means hungry ghost. On the other hand, now, why we should practice moral ethics, So on the other hand, one should keep the moral ethics to establish sentient beings in the Buddhahood, see. That's the focal point, the absolute or optimal goal to achieve. So look at this, how important the motivation is. One should protect moral ethics to benefit and bring happiness to all sentient beings. See, now look at this source of joy, peace, and happiness. See? That's what it's called. It's the best ornament. No need expensive earrings. Necklaces. Just keep the moral ethics, and then everybody admire at you, trust you, respect you, love you, So this is common for all Buddhists. Theravada, Mahayana, Vajrayana is common to everybody. The seven Patimokkha's vow. Okay? Now, uncommon for Bodhisattva now. Uncommon moral restraint. Shantideva follows the essence of this. The essence of the Space Sutra is one special sutra that taught by Buddha. Says there are 5 root downfall of king, not necessarily king, but like a connection with the king, like president, prime minister, like those things, hierarchy people. 5 root downfalls of minister, then other administrators in the office, and 8 root downfall of his subject, or this, all the general people. But this basically also refers to everybody, all Dharma practitioners. So there are 18 titles, but 14 actual. When you count, there's a 14. Name 18, but you count as 14. That's what's actual. There are 14 actual downfalls. The sutras, you see, the essence of the Space Sutra says, the sutra states, the stealing the wealth of triple gem is root downfall. It's so heavy because when you make offering like in the shrine room, church like this, you have a high expectation. So you make this offering to the God, to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, so that I may free from all unfavorable conditions, so that I may free from all the suffering, so that I may achieve the liberation, salvation. With that kind of high expectation, people made offering, so that bears a heavy kind of, it bears the heavy cost. So if one steals that, like the king or prime ministers, order to take those all, it creates to uproot the bodhicitta. Forbidding the precious dharma, the sage said, this is the second root dharma. Means just give up dharma teachings, believe, study, practice. Because dharma teaching here, as you see, root cause of peace and happiness, to free from samsara, to achieve enlightenment. When that is the case, when such conditions there, if we prevent to that kind of conditions, so you can see how much there is consequences. Seizing the ropes, beating or imprisoning a monk who has renounced, monk or nun, it doesn't matter, renounced his vow, one who has renounced the vow, then you are so upset. So you take the robe from that person, monk or nun, and get rid of that person from the community with hatred, you see, with resentment. So that makes the root downfall, the root cause, the root vow, his vow, or causing a monk to renounce his vow, so forth. Committing any of the five was called heinous crime, the five. Taking life of parents, father, mother, and disharmonying, dividing Sangha members with a hatred, resentment. Those, because that the mental, the motivation, the negative thought is so strong, and you don't hesitate. That it's become so strong to it makes enough power to destroy the Bodhisattva's vow. Holding wrong view, so there's no causality, so forth. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 5 relate to the king. Destroying cities, towns. These are root downfalls spoken by the Buddha. And this is it said, accept the wrong view. In the place of wrong view, you put this, destroying the city and towns, environments, is the root downfall for the minister. Before up to E is related to the king, all those things. Then in the place of the wrong view, you put this destroying the city and town, so forth. This is related to the minister. But this anybody, So this makes the 6, you see. Then for ordinary people, see them. Expressing emptiness to beings who are not fully trained, see. People who have some devotion to the Dharma, understanding, but not well trained, not well educated. Buddhist philosophy, like science, like quantum physics, like those. Then if you talk about emptiness, there's nothing exists. There's no Buddha. There's no samsara. There's tens of people. There's nothing. Then especially when you come to the highest view, like Mahamudra, Dzogchen. So in that state, there's no virtue. There's no non-virtue. Nothing exists. You are free. So nothing exists. That creates the wrong view, you see. That's what it's saying here. Immature. That's why first it's very important to convince the causality. Because, as you see when you look at the Heart Sutra, empty. So everything's empty. No form, no eye, no ear, no is, so no. But then at the beginning you say, form is emptiness. Emptiness is no other than form. Form is also no other than emptiness. Emptiness is also no other than form, you see. Means everything functions within the emptiness. Without realizing that, you just see one side, emptiness. Then it makes it real chaos. I am such as a practitioner. And then disregard your vow. No? All the vows you took, disregard, because it's not exist. That makes the kind of, chaos, That's why I say we have to train step by step. If in case, if I say, emptiness, highest view, for everybody, why Buddha should teach first Four Noble Truths? No. After Buddha taught Four Noble Truths, the monks, they trained for many years with that. Finally, then Buddha taught the profession of the wisdom. And then the people have some doubts. First Buddha taught there's Four Noble Truths, there is a suffering, there is a cause of suffering. Now they are saying no suffering, no cause of suffering. What about that? There's a conflict, you see. To resume that conflict, Buddha taught the third training, non-duality. That's why the three training of the Dharma came about, because of that reason, basically, Mind is very important. The third turning of the Buddha's teaching, a lot of emphasis on the mind. So some say it's a chitta mantra, but not necessarily, no. So mind is not just empty. Within emptiness, the mind has infinite space. See? Can you keep the question?
What was about the Heart Sutra, the second part?
Yes. Yeah, so can you keep the, So we'll do this, then we'll have good space for discussions. Okay, see. So that you see. So these are precepts has such a significance. It's not to trap you. Sometimes there's precept. It makes me no space. I'm trapped in this. But rather, this is a way how to see things more clearly. What you can do. What's the cause of peace and happiness? What's the cause of suffering? No? It's guideline. We say, usually we say, we need a guideline. We say that. So these precepts are guideline. Okay? So look at that from that point of view. And it is. So these are things you should do, these are things you should not do. Because these are good for you, these are not good for you. See? Then say causing those who have causing those who have entered the path towards the Buddhahood to renounce complete enlightenment. Say, why are you taking all these bodhisattvas vow? So you it's cause to get rid of those. It's root downfall. Causing someone to give up Patimoja's vow, connecting to Mayana, says, oh, this is Hinayanas. This will not lead you to enlightenment. Give up this vows. Take Bodhisattva's vow. No, you see now how important first, like 5 precepts, the nuns and monks' vows, is the foundation for the Mahayana, for the Vajrayana. Some people who don't know those well enough, they say, oh, this is Hinayana. Give up these things. We are Vajrayana practitioner. We are allowed to do these things without knowing. It's just a believing. This is not based on wisdom. This is just based on what you believe. You're taught how to believe. You are not taught how to see things rightly, correctly. See. Halting the belief oneself that the training path will not dispel the afflictive emotions of desire and so forth and influence others to go this way. See? The training path, the Hinaya path will not help you. Just go ahead to the highest yoga, highest view. So oneself follow that path and encouraging others. Without well prepared. See, the mind is, as I mentioned, mind is such a complex subject. There's no magic. We have to look at to ourselves. See. Expressing one's good qualities in order to get wealth, honor, and praise. To abuse others, you see. I have this vow. I went to this, I studied this. In one way, when we advertise, if we're not careful, of course, for the interest of other people, you can advertise good. But if individual like myself, if I say, to get many getters, then to collect wealth, to get honor, praise. It's very dangerous. We have to watch our motivation all the time. To benefit others. Anybody comes there to benefit with the pure motivation, so wonderful things. But then to what kind? Brag. It's not brag yourself. Oh, yes. If you're bragging for yourself, that's the wrong thing to do, isn't it? So that's why Buddha doesn't allow to brag yourself.
Called a braggart? A person who brags about themselves is called a braggart.
That's right. Yes. This calls self-grandize yourself. Yes. we have to play some words, Get some exercise. And wrongly express that I have the patience of the profound teaching means I have no fear after experiencing my realization of emptiness. I have realized emptiness. I have everything. This means out of ego, attachment, bragging yourself, isn't it? Causing a practitioner to be punished falsely taking an offering intended for the 3 jewels or accepting bribery. You see, bribery, corruption is not allowed here. And the last one is disturbing someone in calm, abiding meditation or taking the provision of the retreat practitioners or retreatant and giving them to someone who says prayer. So these are the root and downfalls, causing the obstacle for the Dharma practitioner. Say, if someone is going to retreat meditation and telling that you better study than going to retreat, that's the root downfall. Because practicing, going to retreat is much harder, more difficult. Like if you go to retreat 1 week, see how much difficulty is there. Stay quiet, meditate, silent. 1 day, 2 days, after some day, you become crazy. Study, you keep busy, read books, like this, talk with the people, study, like that. Much easier. So causing that obstacle. Someone is in the retreat, Especially the offerings are made for the retreatants. So you create obstacle to those practitioners, retreatants, and those provisions give to other ordinary people who are just saying prayers, thinking that prayer will help you more than the retreatants. So these are the root downfall. Look at this. So carefully study this more and understand. Let's see how much benefit is there, how much non-virtue is there if we do those things. These are the root downfalls which cause you to be reborn in the great hell realm or so forth. This is the Shantidevas system. And the Dharmakiti means Maitreya, Asanga, and Dharmakiti. It's a tradition following the Bodhisattva's Bhumi, which follows Bodhisattva's Bhumi. There are 4 or 8 root downfall and 46 subsidiary semi-root downfalls. The 20 precept, 20 precept, which is an abbreviation of the Bodhisattva's Bhumi. This 20 precept is written by Chandra Gumi. Says praising oneself and abusing others through attachment to wealth and honor. This is a special like Dharma practitioner. Of course it is, who took the Bodhisattva's vow to honor yourself, to bring more people for yourself. Then, see here it's mentioned, abusing others. It's root downfall. So if you divide into 2, praising honor yourself is one, and abusing others is two. They were two. Not giving dharma and wealth through stinginess to those who are suffering and without protection. Those are destitute. No. If someone has come there and no offering and asking, can you give me Dharma teachings? So because of no offerings, I cannot give you Dharma teaching. It's root downfall. Or those are destitute. Well, you're having something to share, asking, can you give me some from yours? So, no, I cannot. It's true. Angrily punishing others without accepting their apology. See, angrily punishing is one. And then without accepting their apology is two. When somebody made a mistake, and you are so upset and resentful, and then because you are so angry, punishing. And when even they apologize, so I won't accept your apology. No. So when you say something to others, say it with a good motivation. So you made mistake. That's not right. No. Do these things with a pure motivation. Say those things, but not with angry. No. Then see that it's divided two. 6, you see. Oh no, it is 6. Oh yes. Then next, avoiding the minor vehicle, giving false teachings. You took the Bodhisattva's vow, but now you are avoiding Mahayana's teaching. What Buddha taught. So it's one. Then giving false teaching. Just making something, make interest to other. It's two. So either the 4 or divide into 2 becomes 8. 46 subsidiary downfall are also mentioned in the 20 precepts. Not making offering to the 3 jewels. No, in the shrine room you make offerings everyday basis. And following the attachment with the mind. And when you have attachment to something, instead of restraining from that, you're just following, feeding your attachment. So that in the footnote we have, because it's not put down here, so we have it, chapter 13, isn't it? Look at the page 443. See, the 46 subsidiary downfall are not making offering to the 3 jewels, following the attachment with the mind, not revering senior practitioners, not responding others' questions. When somebody asks questions, you ignore those, unless it's unnecessary, Not accepting others' invitation. If somebody invites you sincerely, not accepting the offering of gold and so forth. This means in Vinaya, you are not allowed to touch the gold or silver. But also in Vinaya said, you don't keep the gold for yourself, but you accept offering for the community. Likewise here, to use for the monastic community, monks and nuns to feed, you are not accepting them because the other got the opportunity to accumulate merit. So not for selfish reason, you see. Not giving Dharma to those who are desire it, looking down on and ignoring those who renounce moral ethics. They should not look down those who disrobe or renounced. Avoiding study that could inspire others' confidence. So you need to improve yourself. Study, practice, so that others can inspire. Making less effort for others' benefit, like a hearer, through the lack of compassion, not acting non-virtuously when it is necessary to do so. You're not improving yourself. Accepting wrong livelihood, flattery, excitement, entertainment, deceptions. Taking pleasure in frivolous activities such as sport, thinking that one will stay in samsara because nirvana cannot be attained. Very weak mind, this is. So I'm so poor, weak, I cannot achieve enlightenment. Not dispelling the defects of others. When you see somebody is making mistakes, not telling them sincerely, say, don't do this. Of course, if others not accepting what you say, then keep quiet. When you see others' problem and you sincerely explain, then the others resist your suggestion. If they become upset, then it's good to keep quiet, Not dispelling, not purifying others' afflictive emotions when they are afflicted, not helping others, basically, when they suffer. Here, afflicted, as other mentioned, yesterday I mentioned, afflictive emotion means tiresome. You are so exhausted by the afflictive emotions. So afflictive emotion is the cause of all the suffering. But when you have that, you are tired, you are exhausted, frustrated. So help them. It's the great gift. Not practicing the four trainings of the practitioner. 4 different trainings of the practitioners. Not holding others, although they scold you. When they scold you, you will develop compassion. Not become angry when incited to anger. Not revealing others' fault, even if other reveals yours. Not hiding others in
Hitting?
Yeah.
Not hitting enough.
Not revealing others' faults, even if other reveals yours. Not hiding, not hitting. Not hitting other in return for when they hit you stick, don't hit back. Not neglecting or abandoning those who are angry with you by not helping them. Not accepting the apology of one who apologizes according to the Dharma. These are, here is said, substitute downfall. It depends to your mental, afflictive emotions. When it's very strong, then becomes the cause to the root downfall. When the afflictive emotions are not too strong, then it becomes the manner, Following thoughts of anger, attachment, thoughts here, anger. Gathering retinue for fame and wealth. Not avoiding the laziness of sleep and pleasure. Scattering your interest in frivolous gossip and idle thoughts. Watching those lot of things. Not making effort to stabilize your mind. Not giving up the 5 obscurations to meditative concentration. These 5, the 5 obscurations: excitement and regret, harmful thoughts, sleep in lethargy, desire, attachment, hesitation, doubt. Becoming attached to the bliss, clarity, and others' experience of meditative concentration. When you meditate, you got a good meditation. I think we don't have this problem, When you meditate, you got such a stabilized mind, equipoise. Then that state, there's a great bliss, clarity, non-conceptual thought. And you think, this is the optimal goal that I have achieved. What's the highest goal I achieve? Attached to that. Because you're not free from samsara. No. But we don't have this problem. No, okay. Here we are now. Forsaking respect for the hearer vehicle, we have to respect all the Buddhist traditions. Making effort for the hearer pitaka by avoiding the bodhisattvas training. Saying if you give up bodhisattvas vow because of your interest in the Hinayana, so that's also not good. Making effort in the Tritikas, wrong view those writings without making effort in the study of the Buddha Dharma. Making more effort in the Tritika writing than the Buddha Dharma. Abusing the Mayana vehicle. Praising oneself and abusing others is less mental afflictive emotions. Out of arrogance, laziness, and so forth, not searching for precious Dharma teachings. Looking down on the teacher and relying on mere words instead of meaning, say. When the teacher gives Dharma teachings, say, don't look at the teacher, look at the Dharma teachings. That's very important. No. That, I think, you yourself have the good, incisive, good understanding Dharma. No. When you have that, the teacher, even not so good, said the teaching is good, so you take the teaching. No. If you put a lot of emphasis on the teacher, not looking at the Dharma teachings, sometimes dangerous. When the teacher gives the wrong teaching, and still you say, the teacher is so good teacher, so he won't say any mistake, and then follow. It's very dangerous, you see. So that's what this is about, you see. Not helping those who need it, avoiding caring for the sick people. This is when Buddha was walking down in the monk community. One day a monk was very sick. He's just laying on his bed with all his waste, all his waste on his bed. And Ananda was with the Buddha. And Buddha said to the monk, give me your old cloth, I will wash. And when Buddha said this, Ananda could not bear it. Buddha, they want to wash the waste, the dirty cloth of that sick monk. And then Ananda said, because of that, Ananda said, I will wash it. And Buddha said, well, good, I will pour water. Because at that time there's no water tap, So Buddha brought a bowl and poured the water and washed the monk's cloth and gave his leftover lunch to the monk. Soon the monk got got free from their sickness. And he was so inspired. Even Buddha came to see me, wash my clothes. How I can be so lazy? And he was meditated, practice, and soon he achieved Arhat. So helping those sick people are so wonderful thing. In Taiwan, there's one hospital built by a Buddhist nun. I think so. That in the 89, that's I think biggest Buddhist nun built a hospital for the modern medicine. As soon as when we got inside the hall and the wall, I saw that painting. So I was so moved, So what a wonderful someone can do this, Especially a nun who can do this. What a great things, So that is such a wonderful thing, Not making effort to dispel other sufferings, Not correcting well those who are heedless, Not repaying those who are kind to you, Not dispelling the suffering of those who are depressed, Not giving necessary to others who need them while you are able to do so. Not taking care of your surrounding people with the teachings and material necessary. Not harmonizing and agreeing with others' virtuous actions. Not praising others with good qualities. Not preventing those who are committing non-virtuous actions. Not taming others with the spiritual power when necessary. If these are committed out of disrespect, laziness, then it's called an afflicted downfall. So purify in front of those who have the Bodhisattva's vow. Whether afflicted or not, or defiled or not, one should be witness for one's own mind and purify all the non-virtuous actions in front of Bodhisattvas. When these are committed out of forgetfulness or heedlessness or so forth, it is called a downfall. So you see how precious these are. It's a guideline. Now you can see what you can do. So precious. Gives you eye of wisdom. Because we don't know before these things. So I didn't know, So ignorance, it's not for good excuse, isn't it? If I say, I didn't know, that doesn't solve the problem, you see. So we should know those things. Then practice it as much as we can, sincerely. Then purify, every day purify. So precious, you see. Joyfully follow the path. Have a short break, please. Then we'll